What's up, everybody? So, all in all, a good start to the 10-game road trip for the Yankees. They took the first game of their series in Tampa Bay against the Tampa Bay Rays by a score of 3-1. It was overall a solid day, and started by Jordan Montgomery, who threw 6 innings, only gave up 2 hits, run. He had 9 strikeouts, so it was a really, really good performance by Montgomery. And Johnny Lasagna came in and threw 2 scoreless, and then Aroldis Chapman came in and threw a scoreless 9th. And some impressive plays all around, some patient hitting, some clutch hitting, and even a good play by Gary Sanchez, who was one of the offensive stars. He hit a home run today, the opposite field. But there was a ball in the 9th inning with a runner on first who walked, and it's another wild pitcher, a pass ball, but it went all the way to the backstop and had a good bounce back to Sanchez, and he launched at the second base, threw the guy out at second. So really, really stopped their momentum in the 9th inning, which was a fantastic play. And so that's the the pitching side. All in all, it was a good day. Offensive side, Aaron Judge hit a home run on the top of the first, a nice shot over the center field wall, and then he also hit a liner out to left field to Randy Arozarena, drove in the second run, and then Zunino hit a home run, a solo shot for Tampa Bay, and then the Sanchez came up in the 7th and hit that home run to put him up by a score of 3-1, where the game ended. It's all in all a good day. There was a little bit of a scare. 5 Yankees coaches are on the COVID injured list. I think two of them I have tested positive. Phil Nevin, I know, is one of them. They're all vaccinated, but you can still catch it. Even if vaccinated, it's just mostly the asymptomatic. But the combination of testing positive and the other guys are contact tracing. So they have some assistant coaches up there with Aaron Boone, who's fine, and all in all, it should be fine. But thankfully, the Yankees seem to be fine and playing the games, and they've already passed the 85% threshold in terms of vaccinations overall. So all in all, the team should be okay. And a lot of the teams are kind of passing that threshold as a lot more people get vaccinated, and hopefully they continue that trend. And we're not having so many setbacks. So, but aside from that, it was all in all, it was a good game for the Yankees. And hopefully, before today, Tampa Bay was either 16-4 or 16-5 over the last 20 or 21 games against the Yankees. So they've dominated the Yankees over the last year and a half, which is unfortunate. And Rosarena's had their number, and I forgot the guy's name, G-Man Troy. I think he played first base for them. He's no longer with them, but he owned Garrett Cole last year. That was so frustrating for us and for Garrett Cole, I can only imagine, but he's not there. So, the Yankees pitchers were able to shut down the offense for the Rays, and their bats were able to come up with some timely hits today as well. So, and they're drawing walks more regularly than they have been before over the last year or two, which is another good sign of a more patient approach. And they look like a heck of a lot different team than they did the first couple of weeks of the season. So, let's keep that momentum. And they're on a 3-game winning streak now after 2 walk-off wins at Yankee Stadium. This is 3 in a row, so hopefully they can continue moving forward. This is going to be a really, really tough stretch, though, of teams. I mean, they got Tampa, and then they're facing Boston, so they have a tough stretch ahead of them, and over the next 10 games. So, hopefully they'll come out on the winning side and maybe win 6 or 7, or hopefully more than that would be great. But hopefully they're on the winning side of this 10-game series, which would put them, maybe move them up a game or 2 in the American League East, which is still wide open. So, and just like a lot of divisions are wide open, but the East seems to be really, really wide open. Even though Boston is playing extremely well, they're definitely beatable. So, but I wouldn't sleep on them yet, because they have a tendency to make moves when people least expect it, and so does Tampa Bay. So I wouldn't sleep on Tampa. Even Toronto, either. They've invested a lot in the team this offseason, and I don't think they're done. So I think the Yankees are gonna have to do whatever they can to keep up with them. So, it'd be a really good idea for them to bring in another pitcher on the Yankee side. If they can bring in like a 1B behind Garrett Cole at that level instead of a bunch of 3s and 4s. Be in good shape. But all in all, the pitching rotation looks solid right now. So Taillon's pitching well, Kluber's pitching well, Montgomery pitched fantastic tonight. Herman seems to have found his groove. So the Yankees are in a good spot, and they do have Davy Garcia for depth as well. So provided everybody stays healthy, and I hope that they do, they should be in good shape. But I would look for them to bring in another starter at some point, even though Zach Britton's coming back. But we'll see. Luke Voigt is back. Gio Urshela is back. Aaron Judge is back. They did option out Miguel Andujar. And Aaron Hicks had a little bit of a sore shin. He batted a ball off his shin the other day, so he was off tonight. But all the other guys are back. and so hopefully we'll get a nice run here, and hopefully Voit doesn't really miss a beat too much and gets right back into the groove like he was playing in the minors. And hopefully, the same can be applied to the other guys as well. So that's the post-game recap. It's short and sweet. It's a 3-1 game, and that's pretty much it. But so if you enjoyed that, hit the thumbs up. And if it's your first time to the channel, welcome. My regulars, thank you, the best. I got a whole bunch more trade proposals coming, and for your enjoyment. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do that. Hit the bell icon so you know exactly when those videos are coming out. Thanks for watching. Talk to you tomorrow.